Gap insurance, in my opinion, should be almost illegal not to sell on a new car purchase. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm super excited to talk to you guys today about gap insurance. I know most people wouldn't get excited to talk about gap insurance, but gap insurance has literally saved me thousands of dollars. What is gap insurance? It is guaranteed asset protection insurance. So if you are faced right now with the question of should I get gap insurance, or if you already have gap insurance and you're not sure what it does, this is the video for you. Now, if you're wondering why gap insurance is so important, go back and I'm going to link my video to what to do if your car is stolen. I'm going to link that video here because that's going to explain why you need gap insurance. I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about how it works and why you need it. But before I do that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so that you can check out all of my personal finance videos that can help you build generational wealth. Guaranteed asset protection insurance, gap insurance. So gap insurance, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible because the lingo gets really confusing. Gap insurance, in my opinion, should be almost illegal not to sell on a new car purchase. That's a very big accusation to make, right? To say that a certain insurance has to be legal and you have to have it. That's how important I think gap insurance is, and I've used it before, so I know that it saved me thousands of dollars. So what gap insurance does is it comes in and it pays off a loan or lease in the case of a total loss of a vehicle. Let me give you an example. So I had my car stolen. On that car, I owed about $36,000, right? Because I financed the whole car, including all of the fees, the taxes. I think I had a warranty on there, everything. I just rolled it all up into the loan, and so I owed about $36,000 on that vehicle. That particular vehicle was valued by the insurance company at $33,000. So when I lost that car, when it was stolen from me, that car was then paid out by the insurance company in the amount of $33,000. So what does that mean? They came in, they paid $33,000 off. That meant that there was another $3,000 on that loan that needed to be paid off. Now, I'm sitting here like, my car is stolen. Why would I pay off another $3,000 on a car that I don't own? So what do you do with that extra $3,000? Well, if you have gap insurance, and you've read the fine print on your gap insurance, then your gap insurance should come in and it should pay that other $3,000 of your loan off, and then you don't owe anything. That's what happened in the case of my Audi A7 being stolen. And if you still haven't watched that video or heard that whole story, I really encourage you to go back and listen to that whole story. So gap insurance, how do you get it? So a lot of times when you buy a new car, you go into the dealership and they want to sell you all of these things, right? They want to sell you a warranty. They want to sell you a tire package. They want to sell you the kitchen sink. They want you to go ahead and smash the like button or subscribe to my channel just for extra information. And you're sitting there confused, like, okay, do I need this gap policy? How does it work? So the gap insurance, of course, is there to pick up the slack. And a lot of times, yes, you can get it from the dealership. That's one of the easiest ways to do it. You also may be able to have it in your auto loan. It may be included in there. You just would have to double check with your lender if gap insurance is included in the loan. So State Farm used to have what they called a loan payoff protection, and that was essentially their gap insurance. That was part of the payment that you made every month. So in my case, what I did was, because I purchased my car from the dealership, I got a Capital One loan and I got the gap insurance from that particular dealer. when I refinanced my car to State Farm, it included the gap insurance. So all I did was I went back to my paperwork. I saw who the gap insurance carrier was for that vehicle. I called them up and I said, hey, I need to cancel. And they wrote me a check for the amount of the gap insurance that was owed to me. So then in theory, you're allowed to take that $800 and you're allowed to go put it on your auto loan to pay off what you borrowed. So the gap insurance is easy to obtain when you're purchasing a new car. Of course, auto dealers pretty much typically always get kickbacks for the gap insurance payments that they sell with your vehicle. So of course they want to sell it to you, but it's just important that you get it, because if your car is totaled or stolen, you're going to want to have that so that somebody can come in and pay off your loan. I've actually needed to use gap insurance twice. So once was when my car was stolen, and another time was when my vehicle was totaled. So I had a BMW i8, it was totaled, and so gap insurance had to come in and they were supposed to pay the remaining balance, right? Well, I actually had a little hiccup with them and they were like, no, we're not going to pay the remaining balance because that's just late fees and other fees that you owe, and we don't pay that. So I had a back and forth with them, had a back and forth with the company, with the lender, and was able to get it absolved. But make sure that you're reading the fine print on that, because auto lenders are not very graceful. So if something happens and your vehicle is totaled, they want their money immediately. So in my case, I actually had to go to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which I want to talk to you guys more about in another video. But I had to go to them. I had to file a complaint against my lender because they were still trying to charge extra fees, extra interest after I had let them know that my car was totaled and we were just waiting on the insurance company to pay out. So it can get super messy. It's really in your best interest to read through the policies, read through the documents, understand what you're purchasing. I hope that this video really helps you to understand what gap insurance is. A lot of times they're going to refer to things as, oh, this is the cash amount. This is the cash value of the vehicle, is typically what the insurance company is going to say. And then the gap insurance would come in and fill anything above the cash value. When they're referring to cash value, they're just saying what they think your car is worth. So don't let all of the conversation and all of the jargon get you thrown off your game. Make sure that you're reading through the policies and that you understand what you're signing up for. But in my opinion, you do need gap insurance. I carry gap insurance on any vehicle that I have that has a loan on it, and I highly recommend that for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, subscribe to my channel. Let me know below if you have ever had a gap insurance claim. I really want to know who else has used this, what companies are good, what companies aren't good. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll check in with you next time.